New country, new continent.
In this episode, we leave Malta and head to Tunisia and our first ever marina berth. Our start gets delayed waiting for the autopilot to be fixed before we finally get underway. We do our best to sail, but early winds and a building sea make the going tough.
We are really hoping we pick up our autopilot in 10-15 minutes. I'm going to install it as quickly as I can. Be fair to say our weather window is closing. Looks a bit rough out there. Unfortunately we have to smash into it for the first half an hour or so, get a bit of distance off Malta, and then we can turn to port and hopefully have it on the beam. A bit of wind out there, maybe a motor sail for the first 12 hours and then probably a motor for the next 36. We've taken all of our lines off. They're super grubby. We've been here for 2 weeks. Taken all those off, replaced them with one temporary line so that we can self-slip when it's time to go in hopefully about half an hour.
Good news, we just got word that the autopilot is ready to be picked up, so Al has raced in to grab that now. We're losing time pretty rapidly. Yesterday would have been the day to go and would have had a good sort of 36-40 hours of nice wind to sail in, but today it's not going to be quite like that. The good news though is that the seas will be smaller, so it'll be a gentler ride. It just might be more time under power. All the safety gear's out, everything's been checked, we've prepped some food. Yeah, now we're just waiting. The autopilot will be back any second and we are ready to reinstall it. Hopefully that goes smoothly. Safety gear's out. Food supplies. We just made some wraps and just waiting for them to cool down. I'll put them in the fridge or freezer. And if the weather's too rough to cook, we can just chuck those straight in the oven to warm up, so we have some hot food. I can't tell from his face if it's good news or bad news. Did you get it?
Yeah. There was a broken cotter pin inside between the pump and between the electric motor and the pump. So that unit together is called the power pack. And they sell it as a one unit, and they also might sell it as two parts, but it's the bit that joins the two together that was broken, and these guys have machined a new one. The challenge I now have is getting it all back in, and it's quite heavy and it's all connected, so it's a tough one.
Al's a genius, he fixed it. Well, he didn't fix it, he reinstalled it, and we've tested it, it's good. Yeah. So we are out of here. See you later, Malta. It's a pretty impressive view leaving Malta. You get the beautiful city of Valletta in the background.
The log's gone again, and we're going to need it. I'm going to go for a quick swim, just waiting for Kel to stop the boat, and then I'll be in there like Flynn.
It just gets a bit clogged up, so if we're not moving for a few days, there's a bit of muck gunk that jumps onto the log and stops it spinning, so someone's going to go for a swim.
Yep.
And we are off the coast of Malta, heading up in the northwest. It is a beautiful city. Unfortunately, there isn't a huge amount of wind. There's only about 6 or 7 knots. So that will make us good about 4 knots, which isn't quite enough to stay ahead of the change in weather. So I've just got the motor on, so motor sailing at the moment, but not too bad. How you feeling now?
I feel really good that we've left Malta. I'm a little bit worried about some of the weather we've got coming, but we've committed, so we just got to make sure that we're hopefully not steaming into it too much. It means making hay now.
Today's journey, we came out of Malta. We were moored here in Sliema, headed out. We are now just off the coast. We're going to head between the islands, the main island in Malta and Gozo, and then we're heading all the way to Tunisia.
It's like we're in a little shipping lane here. We've got that Gozo fast ferry going one way, that Gozo fast ferry going the other way. There was a tugboat just there. There's another maybe fishing boat coming. This is the gap between Camino in front of us and the main island of Malta, so we're about to turn port. Go through. The most important thing is keeping an eye out for all the ferries, because there's lots and lots of ferries that go between Gozo and the mainland.
It's my shift. Our shift's over. We found no wind, so I'm searching for wind. Hopefully there'll be a bit more wind when we get out of the protection of the Malta coastline. 20 miles down, 180 miles to go. There's enough wind to sail, but we'll be sailing too slowly, so we're motor sailing. So the wind's helping us along. We've got one engine up. Now we're cooking lunch. Let's see what's on the menu. What's on the menu?
We're doing chicken fingers and tomato wraps with wasabi mayo.
And here is my wrap. It's giant, the top half of it's air. And then there's some chicken and some salad. Apparently Elle's theory is we don't use plates, we save on washing, so I've got to eat outside and hope that my wrap stays together. We've just come past the coast of Malta, and so there's a bit more wind now. We're about 10 knots of wind, we're making good about 6 knots under sail, so that is nice. Not sure how long it's going to last though. The forecast is that it comes around further northwest, which is not good for us, but we'll make as much distance as we can before the wind changes. Heading out of Malta territorial water shortly. Bringing the courtesy flag down. The next one we put up will be for Tunisia. Oh geez, almost lost it. Change of watch. How do I know it's change of watch? Because the wind died.
Yes, I never get the wind unfortunately, but here I am. So you can see what I can do.
We're still doing alright. We are 1/8 of the way there. Almost 15%.
That is the plan. Christmas in Tunisia. Some concerns about this wind turning into a westerly even quicker than expected. It might make it a slow trip, but we'll get there. Unfortunately, we're certainly burning some fuel today. Very keen to get across to Tunisia so we can just relax for a couple of months, especially considering how cold it's getting, as you can tell. It's a beautiful sunset I'm watching. Yeah, we're really struggling to maintain our heading, even motor sailing towards Tunisia.
So decision point here, the wind is coming around again, which means we're heading further away from where we want to go. It's still quite light, so we're not sailing that well. So what we've decided to do is take the sails down, point directly to where we want to go, and just power through at the moment. And keep an eye on that true wind. If the true wind stays quite low, it's okay. But if the true wind picks up, then it really will slow us down. So we'll just keep monitoring overnight. But that's the plan at the moment. Cruising along, making good about 4 knots under engine, taking the sails down because the wind has come around onto our nose, which is a bit annoying. But there you go, we're settling in for an evening sail. Well, an evening motor, I should say. Well, it's all sorts of drama here. But the autopilot alarmed a couple of times and basically went off. So, bit of investigation, what did you find?
Well, the end of the piston's come attached from the rest of the piston. Hopefully it hasn't done any damage while it's been bashing backwards and forwards in there, but should be able to screw it back on, hopefully.
We've still got a long way to go if we have to hand steer, but that's okay, we can do it. Luckily it's a bit of moonlight, so it's a bit easier to see right now.
Just checking the autopilot, seeing if my temporary, well, hopefully permanent, but my in the dark repairs work. Check it every watch change overnight.
The sun is just coming up. It is safe to say it's been a long night. It's been very rough and the wind has been in the wrong direction. But right now we have wind that is a little bit more friendly. So we'll put the main sail back up. We have the Juno out overnight. We're just trying getting close enough so we can get across to that coast and get some nice safe water. It's a rather pretty sunrise this morning. We're making good speed, we're about 6 knots or so going. Just over 24 hours into our adventure and we are officially halfway. We have 99 nautical miles to go. Unfortunately, we still can't sail in the direction we quite want to go, so we're heading a bit further south, and then we'll turn sort of up. The weather's been pretty rough. It was pretty terrible last night. I was quite ill and still am. Haven't thrown out yet, just felt crap, but still doing my watches. Al luckily felt bad at the start, but he feels alright now, so at least one of us is in full health. I'm just holding on for the ride. I'll do my watches because there's only 2 of us, but yeah, not feeling great. Funny, isn't it? 16 years in the Navy, and a year owning the boat, and I still get seasick. It's annoying. It does wear off for me though, I know that. It just hasn't worn off yet. The wind has died on us, so we had to put the sails away and just motor on in. We've got about 9 knots right on the bow, and we have about 75-80 miles to go, so we may have to hold the motor the whole way, which is disappointing, but at least we'll get in there. It is a lot calmer now though, look at this. It's never fun being on a sailboat when you have to motor like this, but at least we got some good sailing in today. Got quite a few miles under sail, but now we just need to get in there. We have to get in tomorrow on Thursday, because on Friday there's some really big winds coming in, so we have to be in and sheltered and protected.
Reheating some wraps we made before we sailed for dinner. It's a really good idea when you're just not prepared to cook properly at sea, and this should be our last day at sea, so I'm going to finish them off. These are delicious. The trick is getting the temperature right. 20 minutes seems about okay. Don't judge, but I'm also having Kel's dinner. Thanks for your dinner, sweetie.
No worries. Happy to help.
I've done everything I can think of to avoid coming up on watch because it is cold, but I have run out of jobs. And Kel looks freezing. She's been a real trooper today, considering how she hasn't been feeling that well. It's normally me, makes a pleasant change. Right. Still just considering how dark it gets so early. It's only 6:30, it's absolutely pitch black waiting for the moon to come up.
Best watch of the day, the one just before sunrise. You get to see the sun come up, it's always beautiful at sea. New country, and that means a new courtesy flag.
Good enough for now.
Yeah. How would you rate your communication skills on a scale of 1 to 10?
Didn't win. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. This boat needs a full set of speed hoists. Clip, 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 clip. And we would win general drills every time.
I think it doesn't help that it's really cold and all our fingers are frozen, but that was really hard to watch.
So frozen, that is so
I offered to help so many times, but he was determined. There's half an hour of my life that I'll never get back.
Well, morale is definitely a little bit higher this morning. We're inside of Tunisia. Got our courtesy flags up, kind of. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise. Boat's a little bit trashed after a few days, but I think we're feeling a bit better about life.
Getting close, and we're both very excited because it's the first time we're taking Dakini into a proper marina. We've been to some town quays in Greece, but never before have we taken her into a marina. Let's see if Elle's knots are better tying the fenders than they were tying the courtesy flag this morning.
Away from the entrance, over.
Okay, sir, you are welcome. The mariner will help you to take the mooring place and rest machine.
slight change of plans. When we called the harbour up this morning, they said come right into our berth and then we'll do all the customs in. Sorry, I was driving past the customs wharf, they called us in. So we just, slight change of plan, we just docked. And Al has gone off with our passports and all our boat papers to get us checked in. The pirates are out. My nose is really cold. The rest of me's alright. I've rugged up like an Eskimo. I've got about 4 layers on. Oh my god, that was the most painful thing I have ever watched in my life. And that was the communications officer in the Navy. Oh.